Eileo guys, and welcome back. So today we have Jaegal Mageon, however you want to pronounce it. Very underrated character, I feel. There is like a couple dudes in Discord that do use him and they love him, but definitely underrated. He is obviously a specialist and he's a offensive support, and his attacks scale from his basically his damage, and his skill attack scales from his damage as well, but by 103%, so slight boost to his damage. A little bit weird, but whatever. Let's take a look at his costumes real quick. That doesn't even look like that dude. I mean, that looks supreme, but that's like, I don't even know who that is, man. I don't even know who that is. But let's take a look at his equipment though. His equipment suggestion is a Sincere Promise T6 gear set, and then Fierce Hydra, so he's right off the bat very about that attack, which he should be. And let's take a look at his exclusive weapon here. So his exclusive weapon boosts his skill damage, crit, defense penetration, and critical attack amount. And then his ability Berserk. Upon summoning minions, it boosts the defense of the minions, and then it boosts his magic attack by 10% for 8 seconds. It doesn't have a cooldown. So is it just every 8 seconds, I'm assuming? Or is it dependent more on the minions? We're going to figure that out. We are going to figure that out. But let's take a look at his skills next. So his ult is Exploitation Pinnacle. Draws an arcane pinnacle, inflicting dot on enemies and enhancing allies. So it does 5 ticks and it hits the enemies 6 times. It nerfs their attack for 2 seconds, and then it boosts everyone's attack for 2 seconds. So I mean, depending on how big it is, it could definitely be very interesting seeing how this performs. I'm not sure if it's 6 times per 1 second or if it's 6 times within those 5 seconds. We'll have to see. But you know, it gives your squad a little bit chance to get in some DPS, and then kind of, if they're kind of in a tight situation, it hopefully nerfs the enemy's attack just a little bit, just to help you get through. His second skill, Summon Tyrant, gathers angry ghosts around him and summons a Tyrant Ghoul. This Tyrant Ghoul's strength is affected by Mageon Jaegal's combat power, so it scales directly from his attack, I'm assuming. And then he summons the ghoul, which has a 29-second. So he's going to be out for 29 seconds. So there's a 1 second cooldown, I'm assuming, on this skill. And he does have a boost in HP and defense, which goes up as we level it up. And then he can also leap, which damages the enemy and then taunts them. So I'm assuming the ghoul will take the aggro and not Mageon. Rest in peace if I'm pronouncing that wrong. And then his third skill, Dark Pinnacle, summons the Dark Pinnacle, inflicting dot on enemies. This pinnacle causes negative effects upon expiration. So another dot move, it hits 4 times, and the more we level it up, the more the dot goes up. And then once it goes away after the 4 times, it inflicts fear on enemies for 2 seconds. So there's some debuffing properties here too. His first passive just boosts his magic attack. The second one boosts everyone's attack, which is great. I mean, so he gets an additional boost to his already boosted magic attack, and the whole squad gets some damage boost as well. And this one's just extra skill damage. A little bit lackluster in my opinion, just a little bit, but it is what it is. Take a look at his traits. The first one, upon attacking enemies, he creates a barrier around himself for 20% of his HP for 5 seconds, and then his magic attack goes up by 15% for 8 seconds, and it has a 18-second cooldown. I mean, that's fair. I'm not sure why the barrier is there. Maybe it's to help prevent him from dying if he gets in a tight situation, but it's going to go off every 18 seconds, I'm assuming. Every 13 seconds, so I'm not really too positive about that. And then the magic attack buff stays up there for 8 seconds, so essentially a 10-second cooldown. And the second one here inside my pinnacle, he has like a pinnacle fetish. Upon attacking enemies, 20 points is added to his fury. Once it hits 100, the nearest 2 units get fear instilled in them. I think fear just makes them run away, or fear makes them not attack you, so it kind of mitigates any damage away from him, I'm assuming. That's what the goal is here. But let's go ahead and see how he works in combat, because I have raised mine slightly, but I have never actually used him. Alright, so that's the goal, and he's going to be out for a while. Let's take a look at his first move. So that one's the dot. I mean, I'm assuming once they stand in that puddle, they get that dot inflicted on them, and then it explodes, creating fear. And this is his AoE ult, which has a nice distance on it, and then it all attack increase, so everyone gets that attack increase while that's going off. Then any enemies in it get the debuff. Let's take a look at his regular move. So he's definitely looks like he's range. We'll get the goal out here, see what he can do. He's smacking dudes. Basically, he's like maybe your damage dealer here, or he's just there to distract enemies. Then that hits him with a dot, and then he comes out. Hold on, he's about to go away. So by the time he goes away, he can already come back, which is nice to know. But we'll summon him again, and then try and get that ult off. I mean, with my Mageon being so low, we can't really see his full power. But from what I can see so far, I mean, he is level 43, but I think he's like what? Yeah, 3 stars. But what I can see so far, I think his gain will actually be more in-game. So the higher that his stars is, the better his equipment, and of course the higher his skills are is when he's probably really going to shine. But that's Jaegal, you guys. He's definitely pretty interesting. I do like the goal idea as well, and that he has plenty of dots. But to those that play him, please leave a comment below telling us what you like about that dude, because I mean, one day I would eventually build him, but not right now, because there's just the main squad I need to take care of. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.